Morristown, New Jersey is on your radar and you're looking to move to the New Jersey suburbs, well, this is the perfect video for you because it's going to be a map tour of Morristown, New Jersey. I'm going to be walking through using the map, breaking down its proximity, locations, everything you need to know before you make that move to Morristown. It's coming from a local perspective. Spent many years in Morristown. It's been one of those places that, as you'll see later, has a really fun nightlife. Really good for going out for drinks with the friends and partying and having a good time. And then I'm gonna be showing you why this has one of the best towns in New Jersey for proximity. So whether you're looking to get into New York City, or maybe you have to go somewhere else because a significant other works in another part of the state, Morristown is the ideal location. So let's get into it right away. Dive deep on this. So first things first, I always like to start off by understanding the proximity of where Morristown is. Obviously we have New York City right here. So I zoom in a little bit. Morristown is gonna be further west. So if you need to get into the city, by all means, the access is amazing. And trust me, I'm gonna be going into a lot more detail as to why. But you're gonna wanna stick around for this one because it's a really fun way of getting into the city. But yeah, really location wise, driving is a breeze. Plain and simple, when leaving the city here, it's probably the easiest way of showing it. So we're gonna be going out from, let's see, easiest would be Holland Tunnel, get on to 78, and then, cross on over here, take 78 to Route 24, and that's gonna go right to Morristown. Boom, and then you get right on the 287. Now, 287 right here, and right here, that's a really important highway that you're gonna wanna pay attention to. And I'm gonna be going over in a little bit why that's so important. But access from a driving standpoint, getting to NYC without traffic, you're under an hour from Morristown. You get in pretty quick. We're gonna say maybe that 45-minute mark or so. Obviously, this is North Jersey. We know the traffic patterns here are a little wild. So taking it on a work day might get into the city, might not be the fastest, but don't worry, I'm gonna be covering that very shortly as to alternatives for getting in. So here we go. Learn a little bit more about how this works here. I wanna zoom out a little bit because the 287 corridor, which, Morristown is on, is gonna be, let's see here. Yeah, you're gonna see 287 here. So 287 loops around all of New York City. So let's see, here's the border, 287, boom, boom, boom. There we go, keep going. Here's Morristown right now. Continue on 287, Bridgewater, Edison, okay? But what's so significant about that is maybe let's say you live in, or maybe let's say you work in New York City, your significant other works somewhere else in the state. Proximity is very easy. Or maybe let's say you both work in different parts of the state. Having a loop that literally runs through the city is very advantageous if you're looking to, move into the area and you want to get that proximity to transportation. So let's zoom in a little bit more here, and you see, so you can see the highways a little bit more. So here we see now. Once again, is that good? Let's go a little bit deeper. Really want you to see this. So here's Morristown. Now let's say, boom, right here we got Morristown. Okay, once again, 287. Okay, going here. So some of the highways that you're gonna run into, you're gonna have Route 80, you're gonna have Route 10, obviously Route 24, then you have I-78. Now these are, federal massive highways coming through here. Route 22, I-95 is gonna be right over here. We have the Garden State Parkway right over here. So you're getting proximity, 206, 202 if you're going down to that Princeton area, going down to Philadelphia. So you have proximity here, whether it's NYC or somewhere else in New Jersey, which I absolutely love about, Morristown being on that 287 junction. And then it's slap in the middle of I-80 and 78. So going west is very easy as well. Proximity is great. Let's dive in a little bit deeper here so you can see more in-depth detail of what's happening here in Morristown. And as I said, there's a really cool factor about Morristown here that we absolutely love, and that's gonna be the train station. So those that need to commute to NYC, you have the Morris-Essex line, and that goes way further west as well to Hackettstown. But as you can see, you follow this and it goes right into NYC. Really important, you're gonna see some towns here like Summit. Let's see, got Summit over here. Used to live in Summit, Montclair, saw a lot of properties in Montclair. All these transit line towns. Make sure, it's so crucial, you're gonna wanna click subscribe to this so you can stay up to date for future videos when they come out, because I'm gonna do a lot of details on these towns, especially the transit ones that go into NYC. We do a lot of map tours. So the easiest way of understanding all these towns is definitely by clicking subscribe. So what's so wonderful about this, the New Jersey Transit line here, is the fact that you can really get into NYC very, very easily, especially if you're taking a commuter rail. You can get there in under an hour from Morristown, and that's spectacular. No traffic, no worries, sit on a laptop, enjoy yourselves, get into the city. So Morristown is very good for that. Now let's go into more detail here, because I want to break down what is happening in town. I'm gonna definitely be able to dive really deep with this, because we all had our fun times in the college days and the young 20s, and Morristown is a place to go, and it's got a really awesome mixed crowd, whether you're, you want to do the bar scene late at night, or maybe you want to go out for some nice elegant dinners. But we're going to be breaking down a lot of really cool places, particularly the Laundromat. We're gonna talk about that one. That's a really, really unique bar that I can't say that there's any other bar like that I'm familiar with. So I'm gonna want to show you that one. So let's see, let's start at the train station area and go on here to the map view. Here we are. Bam, look at that train station. Isn't it beautiful? It is historic. Here's the train station. We're gonna be exiting on over here. I mean, the amount of developing that's happening and everything going around, especially you see all these buildings, these are brand new, they're apartments, they're in such close proximity to the train station. So, you have a lot of that going on here because it is just a desirable spot. So obviously you're gonna have, some of your chain restaurants and everything like that. Pizzerias, I love the Mediterranean Grill Pizzeria. They actually do a really interesting Mediterranean style chicken on top of their pizza. So they're really, really good stuff, really good pies. But first stop I want to take you to here is one of my favorite sandwich shops in New Jersey, and that is Milburn Deli. This is a satellite deli here. They have a main location in Milburn. So like I said before, make sure you click subscribe because I'm gonna be touring that location soon. So you're gonna want to see that. But Milburn Deli is one of the best sloppy Joe sandwiches I've ever eaten in my life. If you're into the coleslaw, Russian dressing with the pastrami, please drop a comment below. Let me know that you're into that. And if you're not, drop a comment below as well. Always curious to know, but that is one of my favorite sandwiches, and this deli does it one of the best. So you're gonna wanna check that out. So let's see here, boom, zoom out a little bit. Let's see what's happening down in Morristown. Checking out some of these restaurants and everything else that's going on. So here we go. These are the buildings I was talking about earlier that are being developed here. But here is a massive Deloitte building that is just newly put in. So it is, not even a year old now, but this is coming in 2025. So you see in the video or in the Google map, it's actually under construction still. That's fully complete now, but it is brand spanking new. Got the Morristown Diner, so bam. So it's Tasties here. That's one of those little late night spots here. Let me see if I can get a better picture of that. Zoom around here, when you're after done doing your bar crawl or whatever it is, go to a place like Tasties, and that'll kind of maybe sober you up or whatever it is. But I'll tell you, drinking, the bar scene, it is happening here in Morristown. It has a late night. They do many events throughout the year. They'll have the SantaCon, where all Santa Claus, everyone dresses up as Santa Claus, and they'll go bar hopping, and then they'll have a massive St. Patrick's Day festival. So that is huge here, where the whole city shuts down, all the bars open, and everyone just goes out, has a good time. So if you're looking for that vibe, Morristown is definitely on the map. And then you have a whole history side of things too. Oh wait, hold on before I go any faster. That is Grasshopper. If you're into soccer or you're into Irish pubs type thing, they'll have a lot of soccer games on there Saturday mornings. So wake up at 9 a.m., start drinking some beers at Grasshopper, and not bad, not bad, right? So here we go. Checking on in here, going through. Now this is where things get really cool. Maybe you want to have more of the history side of things. This is the Green. Now this is kind of the focal point of Morristown. We're gonna have all the bars, restaurants, everything surrounding the Green. It's a big loop, and you'll start seeing some things that some famous numbers that might stand out to you. One of which is, How about this one right here? We got good old 1776. Do you know what that number is significant for? I bet you do. Yeah, that's right. George Washington, sign of the Declaration of Independence, all that kind of stuff. Well, Morristown is very famous because George Washington stayed in Morristown one winter. Maybe you heard about it in the history books, so you'll see a lot of George Washington references as you travel through town here. Something super crucial that I always want to see, and I want to make sure it's very clear in my videos, is I don't do a lot of market statistics, and the reason for that is they become outdated. So if you need to have something like an updated market stat, like what's the average sale price, how many days on the market, what are homes selling for, all that kind of stuff, you can always reach out to me, shoot me a text any single time, and I will get back to you, all right? You can shoot me text, and then in the description below, I will make sure to have my contact information. I kid you not, I get phone calls, texts, emails every single day from people just like you looking to buy, sell, and invest in the Garden State. So we're looking to make that move in 3 days or 30 days. It doesn't make a difference. Just reach out, and I have such an easy way of getting my contact information. So let's see, let's continue this journey right here. Got Charles Schwab. So a couple things, I don't know if you want to know about this, but that is going to be the Morris County Courthouse. That is where, you go if you get in trouble. So, but maybe, hey, maybe you're going to work for the Morris County. Maybe you're a prosecutor, maybe you're an attorney, I don't know. But you might want to go, you might want to know about that then. But so that's cool that, you have a courthouse in town. Let's see here, let's continue this. So you see here, we got the Starbucks, we got the Roots Steakhouse, nice little steakhouse. Actually, I passed this one over here before. Committed Pig, yeah, it's over there somewhere, but really good burgers, all that kind of stuff. Food is huge here in Morristown. You're going to get just about everything from the Barstool rated pizza joints to Mediterranean cuisine, sushi, Italian, Mexican, you name it. It's really tough to find a place that does not exist in Morristown. It's a foodie central, it's a bar central, and this is kind of like the bar strip that I was talking about earlier. I'm still going to show you that one little surprise bar that's it's really crazy. But you see a lot of these places right here, they are open late at night. So you got the 2 a.m. crowd, there's colleges and everything happening not too far away from FDU to Drew University. So you'll get that college crowd, but you also get a nice mix of adults, not too, not just that crazy young crowd, but you get a little mix, especially as you go further down where they have more, we'll say sophisticated bars. I don't know. What's the best terminology for that? Maybe I'm wrong, but here we go. Looking at this here, you see, there we go. We got that George Washington vibe again. Revolution's really good. You got everything at the brew house on tap. So all these places, they're really good restaurants during the day. They're phenomenal food. You got the drinks. You could stay there, stay open till like 10 or 11. And then around 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, they'll swap over. They'll kind of move the chairs out and it will turn into a little dance club and everyone's having a good time. You see some lines out here and stuff like that, but it's good. But here we go. We're going to get to my really cool one over here. So here we go. We're going down South Street, and something else I want to point out that is so crucial because not all towns in New Jersey have this. I'm going to point out a little bit right after I show you this here. That is just remarkable. Oh wait, did I pass it? Here we go. You'll see this is a laundromat, and as you notice, it says, there you go, laundromat, and then it says live music right there. The reason it says that is the fact that this is actually a club. And it's set up to look like a laundromat inside. You can kind of see the washing machines and all that stuff. But I'd say go Google it. It's a really fun place. But you walk in, you think it looks like a laundromat from the entrance, and then you go behind a door, you go down the steps, and this place is just a massive bar. They have drink specials, they have everything going on. Really good stuff. Let's keep this thing flying. So look, what I wanted to mention earlier too is that what's great about Morristown is there's plenty of parking, all right? Public parking, you see? So you get in there and it's not New York City prices. This isn't gonna be that like 20 bucks an hour stuff. A couple bucks an hour, but there's parking garages all throughout the city, all throughout town. And so it's very easy to find locations. Now look, maybe you're not into staying out late, but you want to have some fun, you got to check out this one here. This is the Game Vault. What it is it's an old bank, and you can go out there and play any video game you want for hours upon hours. They have everything from the Atari favorites to N64 to PlayStation, you name it, they got it. You get a wristband on, you play for an hour at a time, unlimited games, really good times. Of course, got bagel shops over there too. Can't forget about that. But look, what's so great about Morristown here is you're gonna have that mix of that city vibe, and then as you go down further, you know, it gets a little, it's more, let's say the older crowd, which is nice. This is kind of my style of people nowadays. Now, you know, I got the 4 kids here and not really doing the late night drinking thing anymore. So you go out some of these restaurants here, and once again, it's got almost just about everything that you can imagine here, but you see some really, really good places. And what's so great is you're still in really good proximity to the train station here. Yeah, so we're still really close proximity. Yeah, here's the train over here. I kind of hid away from it there, but we were actually right up over here. This is where we just were. Bam. And I just wanted to show you on the map here that you are still very close to the train. Now, as you'll see on here, let me see, let me get out of this screen actually, and I want to show you again on the map. So look, you'll see we're here on the map view, we only walked in about, boom, right here around the square and over to here. So we walked in a small little area. So you want all this. You want to get to, you know, the restaurants, the atmosphere, but you don't want to see it every day. Maybe, you know, you want to go there for dinner, go home at night. You've got all of this. This is all Morristown. So you got all this location here where you have, you know, every type of home imaginable, from you know, your $600,000 colonial to your $2 million colonial. So you got a lot of different range and variety to choose from. This is not a small town here, but this was so great. You get everything that we just went through, close proximity, the restaurants, the atmosphere. You know, you can see we got supermarkets here, you got Whole Foods, and then, you know, you're not too far. Town 287, we're gonna be somewhere over here from my favorite store. Here it is. It's gonna be Costco. So you're not too far away from Costco in East Hanover. It's gonna be somewhere over here. But I take my, oh, there it is. Take my word for it, right? Love my Costco. So, you know, we got 4 kids, you gotta go to Costco pretty frequently. So not far from your local Costco, which is wonderful. Now, to stay up to date on future videos and you don't miss a beat on them all, you gotta make sure you click subscribe. That is so crucial, because I'm gonna be coming out with videos on Morris Plains, Denville, all these surrounding towns. Maybe you wanna be a little further west, maybe you wanna do some country living. Yeah, that's some good towns out there where you're in the country, but you still got that proximity to everything that you need. So you gotta click subscribe, hit the bell so you can stay up to date with all this. And if you have any questions or concerns about northern New Jersey suburbs, this is the perfect station for you. Always reach out. I'm here to help any way I can.